big AoE from Weibo right now, with the double divers, the Akali and the Vi, with the bullet time and cannon barrage to back them up. If you are all grouped up to get a Cosmic Radiance...
3 has flash. Tien is walking down. I don't know if he'll be here in time.
Weird mix of win rates there. 2 and 6 right now on the Pantheon. A takeaway from TM, but the Dazzle comes down and kind of goes a little wide. The crash down is there. Cleanse away from the shield vault. Shun caught under the turret. Pays takes a lot of damage, but doesn't quite go down. They want to try and aggro this one. Overcomes the Vi. Has got a flash and a Q. Goes looking for it. Pays needs to flash in turn. Duo now in danger as the turret shots keep flying. Shun in danger as well, and everyone flashes but survives.
Tien very close to picking up a kill with a splash damage of the E. They'll be able to waiting for the break in the waves. Kind of like surfing, you know, for those of you who are surfers out there. You can like work your way through the waves, find a break in it to get out. They still don't see him. Tien can go over the wall.
Shattering strike comes on down. Is he left? He's gone back to base! Oh no! That's a disaster. The cannon barrage keeps people down. The ignite is enough for Scout to get the kill.
Oh, Tien leaving a split second too early as a lot of this year has been about Scout and Shun being comfortable at the right moments, and I think they've sadly taken turns in not being so, but if they do fix things for this regional qualifiers heading potentially towards Worlds.
Exactly, a comfortable champion, but hey, the early game play has been good so far, and it's necessary, as we said. Shun is such a litmus test for this team. Dragon being taken by JDG. They pick that one up. The Dazzle threaten onto Tien. Became a little bit too difficult to manage.
So JDG obviously in a strong position, have the first Dragon, 2 grubs out of the 3, and the early gold lead. What is the hope for them? They have a cannon barrage.
They're going to have the shield vault towards crash down away, like surviving the Dazzle. Awkward flash to get it to work though. Cosmic Radiance on top. Pays mistimes his culling, doesn't get the right angle on it now. The cannon barrage. Oh! And the finding is there as the cease and desist, the perfect execution. Breathe has come on down. Oh, we're going to have a parlay. He does get the assist with the cannon barrage, but it's Xiao who picks it up. Pays saw glory in his eyes and missed everything.
It was so close. I mean, he flashes forwards to get the Dazzle stunned.
Scaling, but again, you have got Xiao on his Jax. Potential side lane win condition. You've got the double global with the really nasty upfront burst. Here's this kind of potential dive. Xiao who trying to dive away, but the gold card comes on through, and it's swiftly a red guard kicked from the field of battle. The cannon barrage comes on down, but it is just a 21 cannon salute.
Well, they make Akali into a pirate. They're an ex-Akali, and that marks the spot where they go and plunder their gold in the side lane.
They press the R button.
They press the R buttons, and the Carly goes down. First turret of the game for Jingdong Gaming.
I'm going to leave the Bristolian accent aside. There is,
for what are now back and available. They're delayed enough for that. Do Weibo commit to the fight? It's Gangplank alone on top side, using that trial by fire to take down the turret.
May just give it up, to be honest. That needed. Tien is around, can look for a steal, all the while Xiaoxu stepping on forward, might let the counters, right? Barrel comes on down, will need a potential cleanse as the Grandmasters might pop. Dragon on the field as well, looking pretty good. Speeding away from Breathe, who's in danger, flashes out. In comes the Redemption, blows up the Pantheon! Bullet time! Finding the Cosmic Radiance on, but it might be too little too late. It's the cannon barrage after the cease and desist! This is the combo we were worried about! The double up follows in, the Shuriken flip, Light picks up a double, and Weibo unleash hell on the side of JDG. Xiaoxu gets a good grasp here, will hop out of range of the turret. Barrel clears the wave, and Weibo get Dragon and the fight. The B in Weibo stands for Bilgewater, and it comes from the Bay with love. Light gets the last auto to follow. Pays as they do come away with a bit of piracy. They steal a fight, which I thought was great, honestly. While Breathe being a fairly dominant Gangplank when it was more meta, I'd love to see his win rate. I suspect it would be pretty impressive. Scout in a 1v2 will get a gold card, but the other adage of League of Legends is attack the global. And Weibo finds a nice dive, and Scout just doesn't get to do very much there.
Well, JDG could have attacked the global and Breathe. They chose not to. Can Weibo show him how it's done? Kill onto Xiao, who is 3-1-3 quite quietly in the Akali. I thought for a little while thinking, well, you know, he's been shut down. No, I mean, he assassinated Chun in that last play. Gets a great combo with Tien there. Was one of the progenitors, really, of the Vi mid-jungle combos back in 2022 MSI. Xiao, who absolutely knows how to play around that pace, jumping towards top side. Here are the globals. Grand Star 4, Redemption coming on in. Still got the orange, makes himself K. Second Redemption coming on down. Breathe surviving. Turret falls, but now Pays in danger. Ruben does have the flash after the dragon fight. A heal, and they go full tilt. A punch to the face from Vi. Shun will make sure that he has nowhere to go. Summons a Herald, but cannot escape as Xiao, who nearly brings down his Shu variety.
ability and can't bring down the Jax, but brings him low and forces the flash.
JDG, they try and rent out a getaway car, but there's no driver left to take the wheel. Scout will head mid lane and take himself a turret here. 3-1 in terms of the turrets, made 3-2 with the top lane going down.
Don't count the Riven, not played that one in a few years. Now the Dragon getting started. Scout locking the gold card. Can JDG find the fight they need to get to Soul Point? Cannon Barrage forcing JDG to retreat.
They have the redemption. The big ultimate of Scout is down. Weibo still have most of theirs.
Trying to get the burst angle. They've got a barrel waiting. They want to time this one well. In goes Xiaoshu, trying to find the angle. Culling, crash down, Magnus Storm on top of everyone. Shun wins the smite fight, gets the Soul Point. Cosmic Radiance buys time, but it's well timed with the cease and desist. Perfect execution allows a double kill to come across to Breathe. Looking for the dazzle back, only delays a little bit of a reset. Light looking to clinch step on forward, will have the ability to strut on in. Scout looking for the gold card, lands it onto Xiaohu, but can't find that much full follow. As Breathe goes to flash on forward, the trial by fire. Lucian goes down. Scout will surely follow, and they murder the team fight, even if they lose the Dragon.
JDG engage in some piracy themselves, getting the Dragon. But crime never pays. All 5 of them find themselves with a death sentence. Tien and Crisp will hope to look for objective steals and maybe the Mountain Soul later. That is what saves this game for them. Otherwise, we could be scraping silver once more. Weibo taking down the Atacon. JDG not close, could pop the TF ult. They do have the smite from Spellbook.
Barrels potentially as an angle chunk onto Jor, down to 3,000 HP. Shun can Grand Star fall in, look to get it, and steals another one! They fail another objective fight! 1-for-1 right now in the fight. Make that 2 as the Cannon Barrage comes on as Redemption. Xiaohu manages to execute another. The fights go the way of Weibo, even if the smite key from Shun keeps them in the game by their fingernails and a D key.
Gives them the extra value. Can they get the barrels on target? If the slow lands, Pays will be going down with them. A kill onto the rail, but Lucian will fall. Weibo, they might be losing the smites, but they're certainly not losing the fights afterwards. JDG, yeah, a little bit better, but the actual piracy side of this equation, but Weibo will take the golden pocket.
Violence is theirs. Smite key a little knot. Tien's going to be frustrated with that one. That's a few in a row now. They could have stolen a Dragon, taken a Dragon, bend the Atacon, and this game would have been so much easier. They're still in a good position, but JDG have just got that narrow window to potentially stop this one here.
Xiaohu, there could be a Scout TF ult coming in straight after. Light could come in. This could be difficult.
Oh, now Scout's in danger. Doesn't get too much more. Nice angle. Does get the flash off Xiaohu.
I was actually quite worried that Xiaohu would follow that back in, and Scout might be down a little bit of damage to deal with him. Teleport. Ult used. Xiaohu flash down is important. I mean, you did have the double smites coming through. There was... Yeah, I mean, so... No, smites got weird there. Not exactly sure exactly what the order of things was, but Tien smited very... Not Tien, sorry. Shun smited... hang on a second.
Takes a lot of damage onto Scout before it comes on through, and now he's going to come out of it and take a lot of damage. Breed's going to take him very low, does go down. That's the Gangplank out. That's pretty good value. Over the wall comes Xiaohu, and of course Pays. They get another. That's 2-for-1 right now. Dazzle onto Tien, into the shield vault. Flash over from Tien, who does manage to get away. Can't quite get him. Pays looking for the angle. He gets out alive too. Make that 3-for-1.
How did that happen? It happened during the replay. God damn it, this is why we don't... Actually, the explosion onto all of them. Xiaoshu on the flank. Breathe will spot him out. Xiaoshu struggling to have that much impact on the Jax. Breathe has been the better top laner here in game 4. A classic for him on the Gangplank, not seen in quite some time. Xiaoshu jumping forward to the counter-strike, claiming vision. Tien on a long flank, claiming some vision. Maybe actually looking to go towards the Twisted Fate in the mid lane. And you can try and shut down the source of the global. Baron is going down. JDG will claim themselves likely this big objective.
Destiny Gates in. Breed looking for potential angle. They will surely pick up the Baron. Barrel chain comes on through. Cannon Barrage. Bullet time! They murdered the Tarek, I forget the name, but they don't forget the damage. Breed goes down. Turn around by the back end of it. Xiao goes on in. Gets stunned up by the gold card. He's now in danger. Goes golden himself with the Zonya. Xiao got the counter strike rolling. A triple kill to Light. Can he look for more? Gets killed by Shun with the coming spear. And he brings down another. Flash from Scout. Grand Starfall. And the stars aligned for JDG.
That will buy them the Mountain Soul. JDG, this time last year, were denied a ticket to Worlds by Weibo in a massive series at the end of regionals. JDG do not want that to happen again. A victory here will see them playing against Invictus Gaming for the last slot at Worlds, which was the hurdle JDG failed at in 2024. Shun, the hero of JDG. Damage onto the right people at the right time. And Breathe, we thought he might have scaled and could have just won the game by himself. Not to be. Has the Infinity Edge now, and maybe those barrels hurt a little bit more.
She got stunned under the turret there, but is safe enough with the counter-strike.
And I wonder now whether Breathe just instantly needs to go Serpent's Fang. I wonder if he needs to just go that right now. He doesn't have enough gold for it. That was the problem. JDG have the Mountain Salt. Could they have snatched the series victory off of a very difficult game?
Trial by fire comes down. Xiaoxu will counter-strike it, trying to jump onto Shun, but again, the GA is making things tricky. And they are so tanky.
It's just, even with the Black Cleaver, with the scaling Gangplank, Xiaoxu now is empowered to walk up. The base is broken, and JDG, against the team which knocked them out of World's contention last year, looking to trample over their corpse and make this series their own. One last date with Destiny, with Invictus Gaming beyond this.
Now they're the ones
Bot jungle fight. The barrels aren't even getting through the shields now. The Mountain Soul, the Bastion from Draw. Weibo, this game is falling through their fingers like sand through the hands. Tian has a GA. Breathe is going towards Lord Dominic's Regards or something like a Mortal Reminder later. I just don't know whether Weibo have the damage now. They're going to jump onto him.
That's not bad, actually. They got a GA to work with. Tien may end up dying and does so. Xiao into the backside. The Magnus Storm is good. The bullet time not bad after Xiao then jumps onto the backline. Good damage. They blow up Scout, but it's turned around well. They lose 3, and JDG stand and deliver. Too many Zombies, too many GAs, too much tankiness, and the mountain rises above Weibo. They had eyes but could not see the top of Mount Tai. JDG ascend. They go forward to Weibo's year, and World Hope ends here. ASI alone will be their consolation prize.
JDG keep themselves in the game. We bid farewell to Weibo.